And good morning, baseball fans. Back here at the Max Long Recreational Complex in Sebring, Florida. Day 3 of the 2019 DYB Machine Pitch State Tournament. Brought to you live here on JockJive.com. Jason Thompson here on Rotary Field for the Battle of Spring Hill, as the undefeated Spring Hill Columbia team taking on Spring Hill Navy. Spring Hill Columbia, the lone unbeaten team of the tournament, has beaten Holmes County 11-5 and beat North Lakeland 11-1 and edged Okeechobee 5-2. Pardon me. Spring Hill Navy lost 16-2 to Okeechobee in their opener. And they came back to beat Sebring 14-4 to advance to this game. So if Spring Hill Columbia, the home team wearing the powder blue tops with the navy blue numbers and letters with the white trim and white pants, if they win today, they are going to the World Series because they will advance to the championship game. As is the case in Division I in machine pitch, the state champion gets to choose which tournament they want to play in. Either the coach of the machine pitch and the runner-up, obviously, gets the other. Now, if Spring Hill Navy were to win, then you have the case where you have the three teams with one loss. And then you'll have the draw to see who gets the bye. So we'll go ahead and go through the lineups. First, we will introduce the batting lineup for the visiting team, Spring Hill Navy. 7 is Jake Leiser at first base. 1 is Jackson Moore in left. 99, Noah Conley behind the plate. 27 is Evan Adkins at short. 39 is Alden Easton at second base. 97 is Silas Brooks in at third. 2 is Lucio Candelora in left center. 3 is Roman Keister in right. 5 is Luke Haynes. 34, Giovanni Perez. Number 17 is Alex McDonald in right center. And 11 is Liam Cohen. Tom Conley, the manager. Kenny Easton, Bill Leiser, Casey Brooks, the assistant coaches for Spring Hill Columbia. Their powder blue tops with the navy blue numbers and letters, white trim, white pants. In the infield, from left to right, from third to first, is 23, Bubba Smith. 27, Will Wilkie. 5 is Witten Lott. 21 is Evan McMurdo. The outfield from left to right, number 1, Jacob Morales. 99, Ryan Boyd. 28, Mark Ventilaro, and 11 is Anthony Zito. Behind the plate, 24 is Easton Hawkins on the bump. In the pitcher circle is number 17, Ian Williams. Your manager for Spring Hill Columbia, John McMurdo, Brian Lott, Brian Hawkins, Mark Ventilaro, the assistant coaches. The number you see on the screen is the shout-out line, which I know Spring Hill is very familiar with. They love the shout-outs. 850-380-7267. Spring Hill is one of the powerhouses here in Dixie Youth, and they've been big supporters of Jock Jive over the years, so we thank them. And let the Spring Hill battle begin as pitch number 1 at 11:03. Bubba Smith lets ride. Again, the home team, if Columbia wins, they're in the World Series regardless, with a battle against North Lakeland. Popped up on the infield. Third baseman charging. Catcher makes the play. Number 24 is Easton Hawkins for out number 1.
Next up, number 1, Jackson Moore.
That's Jackson Moore, the batter. Jake Leiser pops out. The Battle of Spring Hill. Lets that one ride. In batters have 5 pitches per at bat, and they must swing on number 5 regardless, as Moore creeps up, toes almost on the line of the batter's box. He swings and misses. So pitch number 3 coming. North Lakeland was a 14-0 winner in 4 innings over Okeechobee moments ago, so North Lakeland is obviously interested in this one. Chopper, pitcher has it. Easy play over to first in plenty of time. 1-3 for out number 2. 99 is Noah Conley.
Up to bat, number 99, Noah Conley.
Noticing before the game started, these teams obviously familiar with each other. Some of the Navy coaches hugging on some of the Columbia players. It's got to be tough to play your own teammates or park mates, if you will. That just shows how strong that park is if 2 of the 3 teams that are left are from the same park. The pitch swung on, popped up. That's going to get out of play to the right side. So again, 850-380-7267. That shout-out line if you want to get a shout-out to your favorite team or player. Pitch is swung on and fouled back. Good cut there by Conley, number 99. Apparently 99 is a popular number. Seems like every team has a 99. So we'll be heading to action in Division II after this one. Not sure which game I have yet here on Rotary Field, but that'll be a 2 o'clock Eastern start. The pitch, swung on, ground ball, right to the second baseman, over to first, in plenty of time. It'll go 4-3. Noah Conley grounding out, Witten Lott to Evan McMurdo. So 3 up, 3 down for Navy. As Columbia will be heading to the plate and will feature this lineup. 23 is Bubba Smith at third base, 27 Will Wilkie's at short, 24 behind the plate is Easton Hawkins, 17 in the pitcher circle is Ian Williams. Number 1 is Jacob Morales in left. 11 is Anthony Zito in right. 44 is George Said. 5 is Witten Lott at second base. 21 is Evan McMurdo at first. 2 is J.J. Burton. 28 is Mark Ventolaro. And 99 in center is Ryan Boyd. John McMurdo, the manager. Brian Lott, Brian Hawkins, Mark Ventolaro, the assistant coaches. Defensively for Spring Hill Navy. Across the infield from left to right. From third to first will be 97, Silas Brooks. 27, Evan Atkins. 39, Alden Easton. And 7, Jake Leiser. The outfield from left to right. Number 1, Jackson Moore. 2, Lucio Candelora. 17, Alex McDonald. And 3 is Roman Keister. Behind the plate, 99, Noah Conley. In the pitcher circle, 37 is Giovanni Perez. And just as I suspected, the shout-outs are starting to roll in. Says, let's go Spring Hill Nationals. Let's get fired up. Says, please give a shout-out to Alden Easton from the Dunn family in northern Michigan. Hopefully the weather's a little more pleasant than the brutal heat we have down here. Go Alex and Spring Hill Navy. Listening in Spring Hill from the Shugarts family. So again, if Columbia wins this one, it's Columbia and North Lakeland for all the marbles. Here on Rotary Field tomorrow at 9 with the if game to follow at noon. If Navy beats Columbia, you have a 3-team tie with 1 loss. And you draw for the bye.
First up to bat, number 23, Bubba Smith.
And Spring Hill's been a big supporter of ours over the years. Wish I could remember the gentleman's name that was with Spring Hill. They had a team make it to, I guess, the World Series in Dixie Boys, and he sponsored Jock Jive's broadcast of their games. So we did all of the Spring Hill games at the World Series that year. And for the life of me, I can't remember the gentleman's name. But Spring Hill's been a big supporter of Jock Jive over the years, and we certainly appreciate it. As Bubba Smith steps in, taps the plate with his yellow bat, and he will take pitch 1. It's very rare that we see a machine pitch player swing at pitch number 1. They always take 1. Guess it's a good habit to get in, especially when they get older and it's ball 1. And the pitcher has to battle back in the count. Past the pitcher. Shortstop makes the play over to first. In time. Good hustle there. Evan Atkins at short on the 6-3. Next text says, go Lucio from Spring Hill Navy. Lucio is Luccio. I'm going to just go out on a limb and say he's Italian. Just a wild guess there. It's number 27, Will Wilkie, to the plate with one out, as he takes pitch number 1. Been on Elks Field for the first 2 days doing the Division II action. The good news here about this rotary field is that the roofs that keep the fans cool do not jut out onto the field from our vantage point, so we're able to see as that one is popped up. Oh, and the pitcher is called off. The pitcher looked like he was under it, Giovanni Perez, and peeled off at the last second, thinking Silas Brooks had called for it. But either way, the pitcher had a better shot at the ball, so it falls harmlessly to the ground, a base hit. Harmlessly if you're the offense, of course, as the left-handed hitting Ethan Hawkins with a bright orange bat. That is one big 8-year-old or 7-year-old. He pops one a mile high on the first pitch, third baseman underneath it, and he puts it away. Silas Brooks for out number 2.
Number 17, Ian.
As Ian Williams to the plate. In the Battle of Spring Hill. 3 teams left in the tournament, 2 from the same park. That's pretty impressive as they take pitch 1. So again, if Columbia wins, Columbia is World Series bound as both the champion and runner-up make it. Fouled straight back. The winner will choose which division they want to play in Ruston, Louisiana, starting on, I believe it's July 27th, somewhere in there. That's Saturday, the final Saturday of July. Pitch to Williams is swung on and hit well over the leaping second baseman. Great effort. It lands in right center for a base hit. Oh, if Alden Easton was about 3 inches taller, he would have made a phenomenal catch.
Jacob Morales.
As a single puts runners now at first and second for Jacob Morales, the left fielder. 2 runners on here for Columbia. He lets that one ride. I was noticing that Easton, the second baseman, has the glasses on the bill of his hat, and he's not wearing them. Don't see any glasses out there. We do see some eye black on a couple of them. Ground ball to the shortstop, to his knees. He's got it up. Underhand flip. He got him at second. Nice work by Evan Atkins on the fielder's choice that goes 6-4 with Ian Williams being forced out. So Columbia will leave a pair of runners on, and we're through 1 inning with no score. Again, we want to shout out to the 7 Sebring Hotel, which has been housing us the last few days. Home of the $8 lunch special. Their Apex Burger is a handcrafted burger with ruby red tomatoes, sliced red onion, crisp lettuce, and choice of cheese served on a soft, freshly baked brioche roll with signature chips that are tossed in our secret salt seasoning, along with a fountain drink for only $8 from 11 to 2 every day at the 7 Sebring Hotel. Give a shout out to Mr. Sam Rudd, who's joining us here at our broadcast location. Got called into umpire duty in the first game. Has put up the umpire gear and has his national director hat going. And give a shout out to Brian Cox, one of the national directors, on his way home to Weewahitska. He was here the first 2 days with his other half, Tanya. Assume that both Brian Cox and Don Morris, the other national director from Florida, who's from Quincy, will be in Bristol next weekend. So, Don, if you're listening, go Gators. He's a Florida State fan, so I got to get my shots in when I can. He just loves, while I'm doing a broadcast at the World Series, to do his tomahawk chop right in front of my face. So we have a little fun with it. So Navy will have Evan Adkins, Alden Easton, Silas Brooks, batters 4, 5, and 6 for Team Navy. In a scoreless game. This is the first time these two teams have faced each other in this tournament, although I'm sure these guys during regular season play are awfully familiar with each other. As pitch number 1 to Evan Adkins. He takes one low. It's killing me. I can't remember the gentleman's name from Spring Hill who he was a coach all the way through. He had boys that recently played Dixie Boys, and he moved to California. So if somebody knows who that is from Spring Hill, let me know. It's killing me. I can't remember his name. Swing and a miss. He chased one up in the zone. I think his first name is Joe. But he's been a big supporter of ours over the years. I'm pretty sure we've done state tournaments in Spring Hill in the past. And the pitch swung on, popped up, left side. Third baseman says, I got it, and he does. That is Bubba Smith putting it away. So 4 up and 4 down for Spring Hill Navy. Easton to the his neck. Don't blame him. It's definitely way up there in the 90s out there. The pitch swung on, fouled straight back. Said it is 90 degrees right now. Almost makes a sliding catch. Good hustle there, Evan McMurdo, as we have us a shout out. Says, go Easton, bring home the win. Love your mama and sis. Oh, and another one. Bring it back up here. Let's go Spring Hill, Columbia. You've got this. So proud of what you've done so far. Bring home the win. Love the Zitos. That's a swing and a miss as Easton chase one up in the zone. I'm assuming they're kin to Anthony Zito for Spring Hill, Columbia, and that's a strikeout. 5 up and 5 down.
Number 97, Silas Brooks.
Pitch number 2, swung on, hit a mile high, but I think it out of play, just out on the other side of the fence. Silas Brooks, number 97. Might be the first 97 we've seen in this tournament. Like I said, we've seen a lot of 99s. Not sure, maybe Mr. Brooks plays football, and it might be his football number. Not sure. It does fill out the back of that jersey, though. As both Spring Hill coaches are meeting out at the machine. Not sure what the story here is. Guess we're checking the accuracy of the machine here. Guess we're checking to see if the speed of the machine is fast enough. Not sure, but I'm going to throw another sample pitch. We see both Navy and Columbia coaches out there around the machine with the 2 umpires. Looks like it's right down the middle to me. And I believe this is the final year that Florida will offer machine pitch. I think they're going to go straight, fully to coach pitch next year in 2020, which makes sense at the very least that we don't have to worry about the machine in the rain if we have rain delays. If it's coach pitch, you don't have that extra piece of equipment. So I believe this is going to be pitch number 3. So whatever the concern was, it's been rectified. 1-1. Check it on the count. So 3 more pitches. Guess we're checking again on the pitch count. I guess the batter, Brooks, is double-checking on the count. Looking back at the home plate umpire, and he says 1-1. So 3 more pitches for Silas Brooks. And he will take pitch number 3. Next shout-out says, "Go Easton, go so proud," from Nanny and Pop. Next one says, "Go Easton, Aaron and Katie are rooting for you." With heart emojis, it says, "You've got this." The pitch swung on, fouled back, so it'll be pitch number 5. Like I said, I had a hunch that Spring Hill was going to represent on these shout lines. They always do. This proves we've got a few people listening today, so thanks again, everyone. Pitch number 5 for Brooks. He hits one into left center field. Left center fielder charging, and it bounces off his glove. It gets away. Brooks will take the wide turn at first and stay there on the long single. Almost a phenomenal catch out there by Ryan Boyd, as the left-handed hitting Lucio Candelora to the plate.
Number 2, Lucio Candelora.
And the first pitch he sees, he lets ride. The runner will fake the run to second, go about a third of the way, and come back. Notice a lot of these base runners will take that lead in hope of goading a errant throw and be able to take the base. Batters cannot take off for second or third until the ball crosses the plate. And that's a chopper. Candelora gets it past the pitcher. Second baseman has it over to first, and they got him. Oh, he's safe. I thought they got him, but they call him safe, and the runner goes first to third. So Candelora with the speed beats it out. Runners at the corners with 2 outs.
Number 3, Roman Keister.
Says, "Easton Hawkins, Spring Hill, Columbia, so proud of you. Good luck today. Love your granny and Papa from Brunswick, Georgia." Roman Keister, the batter, with runners at the corners. He'll take a pitch. Runner will take off for second. They will not throw down, as they don't want the runner to score. And obviously, even without the throw, Candelora wants to get the uniform dirty, so he slides into second. That's 8-year-olds. That's what they do. Swing and a miss. Keister, Keister, the right fielder. And I don't know if Hawkins, Easton Hawkins, may have gotten a piece of that baseball on the foul tip, as Williams comes over and patting him on the back about 30 times. That's a good teammate. Checking in on his buddy. Still holding. It looks like he's really, he's doubled over. I think it's the left wrist, which is his catching hand, as one of his coaches is trying to get him to flex his hand. He is really in some pain there. We're going to have a little extended time to check on young Mr. Hawkins. It's looking like he's going to continue. Imagine if Hawkins is able to continue, he'll have a bag of ice waiting for him in the dugout. Couldn't tell if the foul ball may have gotten a piece of his wrist, as the Spring Hill Navy coach comes over. Again, yeah, both teams want to win, but they're emotionally invested in their team and their opponents, as they know them both. And I believe Williams or Hawkins might be coming out of the game here. Hopefully that's nothing serious, as he was holding that wrist, as maybe, we don't want to speculate if there's any type of break. Hopefully it's just a bruise. It looks like Hawkins will be coming out of the game. So it looks like one of the outfielders has come in, and he's going to put on the catcher gear and take Hawkins' place for Columbia. And just a reminder, if you are interested in a copy of our audio broadcast, you can get one for $5. Email Robert at info@jockjive.com, and we're going to get the the update. Looks like Burton is going into the outfield, number 2. So it's either going to be Boyd or Ventilaro coming in to catch, as Burton went to right center field. So again, we'll see. Now we have us a new catcher sprinting out. And it looks like it's Winton Lott, number 5, which means we have a new second baseman. Lott, according to our lineup, was starting at second, so Winton Lott is now behind the plate. Actually looks like 11. Anthony Zito, look like he's at second. So that means we have a new right fielder as well. Because according to our lineup card, Zito started the game in right. So I believe the infield is now Smith, Wilkie, Zito, McMurdo from left to right. And we're going to get going here with Roman Keister. The pitch, swung on, fouled back. So hopefully Mr. Hawkins is going to be okay. I think he took the line drive or the tip off of his wrist forearm area. The pitch swung on, popped up, and the catcher makes the basket catch. Nice work there, Ian Williams for out number 3. So Spring Hill Navy is going to leave a pair on here in the top of the second. We will go to the bottom of the second, and still no score in the Battle of Spring Hill with Navy and Columbia. Text says, thinking about you, Big E. That's for Easton Hawkins. Number 24, Love Nanny and Pop. I guess when we get a Dixie official over here, we can see if what the rule is as far as re-entry after an injury. I'm assuming that player would be able to re-enter. So Columbia will have Zito, Zed, and Lott coming up. Says, go Jacob Morales from your number 1 fan, Dad, from the 352 area code. Appreciate you checking in today. And I guess if Hawkins can't continue, I guess they'll just skip his spot in the lineup, and Columbia would not be punished with an out if he doesn't bat. So we'll have to keep tabs on that when his spot rolls around in the order. In the bottom of the second. Here in a scoreless tie with the undefeated Spring Hill Columbia and the one-loss Spring Hill Navy. Navy needs a win to advance to championship play and to stay alive. Columbia will advance, win or lose. So it'll be Anthony Zito, George Zed, Winton Lott, batters 6, 7, and 8. Let's go Spring Hill Columbia, 352 area code checking in.
Number 11, Anthony Zito.
And the pitch lets it ride. Both teams have the SH across the, looks like the right breast. Columbia's with the navy blue. Powder blue for the Navy team. As almost a great catch by the catcher. As I believe that's Noah Conley laying out, but the ball just squirts free as he went to ground. So 3 more pitches coming up here for Anthony Zito, number 11. So 3 more pitches. Again, batters allowed 3 outs. And again, this is a reminder, folks, this is a text line. Please do not call during the broadcast, as I cannot talk and broadcast at the same time. That swung on and hit well to left field, and it one hops to left field, and it gets away. It's going to roll all the way to the fence. We got us a foot race. He's headed to second. Left center fielder has it. They're telling him to hold to third. Now he's going to come. Could have a play at third. He is safe. He's going to try to score. Throw coming home will be out at the plate. He is out at the plate. That'll go 5-2 on the putout. It'll be a triple for Zito, but he is thrown out trying to make it an inside the Parker. That'll go Brooks to Conley on the putout at the plate.
Number 44, George Said.
As George Said to the plate. Says, hey, Easton, have a great game. The shout-out reads, we love you. See you tomorrow. Love Nani and Poppy. So Columbia tries to take the early lead, but the runner Zito out at the plate. And the pitch, he lets that one ride. George Said, S-E-D. Where's number 44? He's wielding an orange bat. And his second pitch is a swing and popped up. Second baseman drifting over and will make the catch with the shades on this time, Alden Easton. For out number 2. Witten Lott, your batter.
Witten Lott.
Looks like the third baseman, Brooks, also with shades as he comes in. That one's popped up on the infield. The catcher rips off the mask and will make the catch. Nice work there, Noah Conley. And we are quickly through 2 innings of play as the text goes, good luck, Spring Hill, Columbia, and Navy. You make our league proud, from Director Jennifer Higgins. So we go to the top of the 3rd inning with no score. Very rare to go 2 innings without a run being scored, but that's what we got. Navy will be sending up their 9, 10, 11 batters, Haynes, Perez, and McDonald. Again, Columbia with a win. We'll take on North Lakeland for the championship at 9 o'clock here on Rotary Field tomorrow. If Navy was to win, you'd have the 3-way tie. We'll have the draw for the bye. I believe that will happen on this field. So North Lakeland will need a representative here. Obviously, they're watching this game for scouting purposes. We'll have the drawing on the field. I guess what will happen, 3 sheets will get put in a hat, and one of them has the word bye on it. And you'll be able to tell which one has bye, because he'll be the one running around, jumping around, and celebrating. Because in addition to that, like I said, the team that draws the bye in a 3-team situation automatically is going to the World Series. So at least from a planning perspective, you could start planning immediately for getting hotel rooms and all that stuff, trying to find sponsors back home to help pay your way. So shout out to Spring Hill Ian Williams and his great baseball family and teammates. Love from Hopper grandparents in Illinois. I lived in Quincy, Illinois till I was 13. Moved to Pensacola in 85. And I think we have changes for Columbia. So George Said is going to right center for Burton. So all the defensive substitutes have been made for Columbia. So we go to the top of the 3rd in a scoreless game. And we will have as Hawkins was trying to continue And I don't think it's going to happen. He put the catcher gear on, and the first pitch, when he caught it, he really grimaced in pain. So, unfortunately, it looks like Easton Hawkins is not going to be able to continue. He tried to give it a go, but that first pitch, when it hit, was grimacing in pain. So we're going to have, I don't know if Witten Lott will go back out or not. So Jacob Morales is going back out on the field. So hopefully Mr. Hawkins is going to be all right. But unfortunately, it looks like his day is going to be done. Like I said, he really reacted negatively after taking a pitch just to see if he could do it. So prayers for that young man as we get the Columbia coach to radio up his change. So Lott is back in to catch when he took Easton Hawkins' spot. So Morales in left. I believe it's Boyd said. Not sure who the right fielder is.
Yep, you're good.
Says, "Go Easton, you are awesome," from Jake. So Easton getting a lot of love. Unfortunately, he's having to watch from the dugout as I believe he took a line drive on a foul ball. May have hit him in the wrist area. And like I said, he tried to continue, but after that first pitch he caught,
Up to bat,
unfortunately you could tell he could not. So hopefully Easton will be all right. As Luke Haynes will lead things off, Giovanni Perez and Alex McDonald. No score here in the third. Columbia looking to punch their ticket to the World Series with a win here in this one. Squaring around to bunt. Haynes gets it down, but it will roll foul. Good hustle by number 23, Bubba Smith, to snag it before it rolled back fair. And the pitch is a swing and a miss. So 2 strikes and 3 more pitches for Luke Haynes, Haines. Where's number 15? The 0-2 lets it ride. And that one missing up. So this will be pitch number 5. So Haynes must swing here. He was sporting that bright orange bat, crowding the inside of that batter's box, and he swings and misses for strike 3. So 1 down here in the third for Giovanni Perez.
Number 37, Giovanni Perez.
The lineup card read Gio, but when I was going through the names with the Navy folks, I believe it was Dad saying it's Giovanni, so I'm going to argue with that. Pitch. Interesting, the Italian first name and the Latin last name. Pitch number 2 to Perez, swing and a miss. So he's got 3 left to work with. You can see Perez is wearing his ball cap backwards. You can see the bill poking out of the back of the batting helmet. And his third pitch is a swing and a miss. So 3 pitches and 2 strikes for number 37. I believe this is the only game going at the moment. We've got a couple of noon games starting in the T-ball division. The pitch lets that one ride, so pitch number 5. So this is the only game going on at the moment here at the Max Long Rec Complex, right next to the YMCA here in Sebring. At least the second year in a row Sebring's hosted state tournament play. We were here last year. Pitch number 5 is swung on and missed for strike 3. 2 down for Alex McDonald, also wearing the cap backwards.
Number 17, Alex McDonald.
The patriotic batting helmet. McDonald, the right center fielder for Team Navy. Standing way back in the box and up the box, or inside the box as he takes pitch number 1. Pitch is swung on and missed. Pitch number 2. Sebring also a big powerhouse in Dixie Youth, as they have several state champion and World Series champion banners around the bottom of the press box at ground level. I'd be bragging about that too. Pitch number 3 lets ride. Says, let's go, Alex. Right to the point. As Liam Cohen, hoping to bat this inning, he waits on deck. The 2-strike pitch is swung on, popped up. Pitcher has it. He'll fire to first in time for the out. As the ball kind of rolled up the arm of Ian Williams, but he hangs with it. And Navy is down in order 1, 2, 3. To the bottom of the 3rd we go, and still no score in the Battle of Spring Hill. With Columbia and Navy, as we have, I'd say, partly cloudy skies, and apparently a cloud blocking the sun at the moment. A couple of gray clouds, but nothing threatening. I believe we had about a 30-minute delay late yesterday. Had a 4-hour delay on Saturday. Looks like Spring Hill Navy's about to make some changes. I'll try to listen in. So Spring Hill Navy changing the right side of their outfield. Number 11 is Liam Cohen in for Alex McDonald in right center. Number 15, Luke Haynes in right for Roman Keister. I believe we have us another shout out that we'll get to. It says shout out to Alex. In parentheses it says Slim Jr. McDonald from Dad in Louisiana. I guess that means Dad is Slim Sr. It'll be Evan McMurdo, J.J. Burton, Mark Ventilaro, the 9, 10, 11 batters for Spring Hill Columbia, who are looking to punch their ticket to Ruston, Louisiana with a win in this game. They are the lone undefeated, so they would advance to the championship game. The top 2 advance, so there you go. As McMurdo lets a pitch ride. McMurdo with the bright orange bat.
Evan McMurdo.
As J.J. Burton waits on deck. Pitch is swung on and missed. Like I said, I've spent the first 2 days broadcasting the Division II, and I don't think we've gone scoreless into the 3rd in any of those games, so definitely uncharted waters here as the defenses are having their way. That is swung on and hit down the right side. That'll get out of play. So I believe he has 2 more pitches to work with. I would imagine, since these 2 teams play at the same park, that there's a chance you've got classmates going up against each other in this one. believe this is pitch 4. Swung on, hit down the right side. First baseman giving chase, but can't get to it. Again, there is a lot of foul ground down both sides, so that's a long run for these 7, 8-year-olds to try to catch foul balls. So this will be pitch number 5 for Mr. McMurdo. MC, capital M-U-R-D-O. Bottom of the 3rd in a 0-0 game. That swung on, fouled out of play again. Don't see a lot of them, but actually we do see some of the coaches down there for North Lakeland down there with their bright yellow. They do stand out just a little, those bright uniforms. Swung on and through the right side, and he gets past the right fielder. We got us a foot race. McMurdo headed to first. He's going to have at least 2 and 3 for sure. He is booking it to third. They're going to try. No, they'll hold him up. There's a strong throw in over the third baseman. They'll hold him there. Probably a smart play because there's nobody out. Don't want to risk it. Actually, the boss, Robert Williamson, forwarding a shout-out to us. Thanks, Robert. It says shout-out to Spring Hill, Columbia from Will Wilkie from best friend Cameron. Again, folks, and this is just for future reference. Just because the shout-out line is what it is early in the tournament doesn't necessarily mean that's what it is later in the tournament, because what happened today is we're moving from field to field, so just be sure to keep tabs on the shout-out line on the screen. Scoring around a bunt. Burton gets it down, but it'll roll foul. I believe this is actually the second time they've had a runner at third base. Zito led off the second with a triple and was thrown out at home trying to make it an inside-the-park job. Coach holding him up at third, thinking there's nobody out. We're bound to get him in. Don't want to risk it with an out at the plate again. The pitch, swung on and missed. Big cut by Burton. We could hear in the crowd mic, we hear him say, JJ, back up in the box, which he will. Goes back in the near corner. Look like that left toe is actually on the batter's box line, actually. The pitch is swung on. Chopper, this will get him in. Over to second. Oh, they're going to come home with it. They're not going to get him. Now they're not going to get anybody. So the second baseman tried to make the play at home. McMurdo slides in safe, and they get no out. Fielder's choice in the RBI puts Columbia on the board first. Here it's 1-0 as McMurdo slides in safely. Mark Ventolaro, the batter. And the pitch swung on off the end of the bat. And the first baseman goes back to the bag, but the second baseman was covering second, and nobody gets to it. So an infield hit. You could see that one developing as the first baseman, Lizer, was going back to cover his base.
Number 99, Ryan Boyd.
But the second baseman vacated his spot to go to second, and nobody got to it. So 2 runners on, Burton at second, Ventolaro at first for number 99, Ryan Boyd. Columbia with the 1-0 lead. Squaring around a bunt, and bunts it foul. Now, granted, we have a lot of baseball left, but if Columbia holds on to win here, we'll stay on so you can hear the closing ceremonies for Navy, should that happen, of course. As the pitching coach is going to have a quick talk with young Mr. Boyd. As Boyd back in the box. I believe this is at least pitch number 2 for him. Squares around the bunt again, and he gets it down. Pitcher, actually third baseman, cuts in front. He'll throw to first and throws it away. So 1 run is going to score. The right fielder backing him up. The throw is going to come home. Now the trail runner will head to second as they look the runner back to third. So a single and an RBI by Boyd, advancing to second. Ventolaro to third. Burton scores. It's a 2-0 game. And good heads-up running there by Boyd takes the force out of play. Back to the top here, Bubba Smith. who grounded out to short to start the ball game. 2-0 as Columbia, the unbeaten Columbia squad,
Number 23, Bubba
with the
Smith.
early lead. Again, the sun is out and beaten down now. So hopefully all these youngsters are getting good and hydrated in between innings as Smith lets that one ride. Pitch is popped up a mile high left side. Third baseman coming over, but the shortstop. Oh, and it drops! I think one was looking and the other was looking, and it fell in. As the third baseman started charging into foul ground, saw he overran it, and the shortstop thought he was going to get it, and it falls in for a hit. We're loaded now.
Number 27, Will Wilkie.
So Bubba Smith is at first, Ventilaro at third, Boyd at second. Now for Will Wilkie, he singled his first time, and the Spring Hill Navy contingent's going to talk it over. Shout out reads, great hit, Evan. Keep it up, Columbia, from Becca in Spring Hill. We're hearing the PA announcer on the adjacent field, so it looks like the T-ball action schedule is about to get going. Both of those games will start at noon. Go Spring Hill, Columbia from Easton's Nanny and Pop. In the Navy infield, still getting together. I believe that is Tom Conley, the manager for Spring Hill Navy, out there having a quick chat. Everybody back to their positions. And the first two runners, McMurdo and Burton, reach, and they have both scored. 5 in a row have reached with still nobody out as Columbia threatening to blow this thing wide open right here. Another text from Mike Rideout, sending this one my way. Proud of you, Will Wilkie, from Nina and Paw Paw in South Bend, Indiana. Again, a reminder, folks, please check that shout-out line because it is different today as Wilkie takes a pitch low. I don't know if it's just me from up here in the broadcast booth, but Wilkie's got some good size to him for an 8-year-old. Assuming maybe he's a multi-sport athlete. Pitch to Wilkie is ripped into left field for a base hit, and it's going to get between the left and left center fielder, go all the way to the fence. It's going to score 3. It's going to be a double. Now he's headed to third for a triple. A base-clearing 3-run triple. Wilkie all the way to the fence. As Smith scores, Ventilaro scores, Boyd scores. It is a 5-0 lead for Columbia.
Number 24, Easton Hawkins.
As now it's going to be interesting to see how this goes because Hawkins could not continue behind the plate. As number 3, Keister going into the game in left. So it's Keister, Candelora, Cohen, and I believe Haynes in the outfield. So we'll see how Hawkins can swing the bat here. He's showing bunt. He gets it down. Pitcher has it. He'll fire to first. And not in time. It's dropped by the first baseman, and another run scores. So a bunt single for Hawkins. So hopefully his wrist is okay. Didn't show any ill effects of the injury there. A 6-0 lead now for Columbia. They're allowed 7 runs in the inning, so Hawkins would be the final run to score in this inning. Ian Williams singled and was forced out at second on a fielder's choice. And he lets the first one ride. Williams with the bright orange bat. And again, for informational purposes, the run rule is 15 after 3 and 10 after 4. So Columbia flirting with it here as it gets past the first baseman into right field for a hit. They will hold the lead runner at second. They almost throw him out at first. Close play there as Haynes almost throws out Williams.
Number 1, Jacob Morales.
Then we have runners at first and second for Jacob Morales, who hit into a fielder's choice his first time up. Says the score is no longer showing up on YouTube, just a black screen. Well, it is audio only. Now, as far as the screen, I'm afraid I don't have an answer for that, but it is 6-0. Says, way to tough it up, Eastern. You're a beast. Love your dad from the 727 area code. Yeah, it was a little scary when he tried to field that pitch and was really wincing in pain. Ground ball, right side, third baseman has it, and they throw to second, and they get him. He could have tagged the runner coming right at him, but they go 5-4 with Brooks to Easton. So runners now at the corners.
Number 11, Anthony Zito.
That's the first out of the inning. As Anthony Zito is the 10th batter of the inning. Again, this would end the inning if Hawkins scores on this play because you're allowed only 7 runs in an inning. As Zito steps out and see some moving around in the outfield. Looks like Zito and Said switch positions in right field. Bunted right side. First baseman has it. They'll fire to first for the out, but the 7th run scores, and that should be the inning. So that'll go 3-4 on the ground out. Zito scoring Hawkins. So Columbia gets the 7-run max here in the bottom of the 3rd, and we're halfway home in this one. Columbia blows it open here. They lead 7-0. I want to thank again the 7 Sebring Hotel putting us up these last few days. On Fridays and Saturdays from 6 to 10, it is live entertainment, live music on the patio. Missed that on Saturday. Says, so proud of you, Easton. You're a tough dude. Love Nanny and Pop. Easton's got a big fan club today. As the wind starting to whip a couple of the flags from left to right. And once a team is eliminated, part of the post-game festivities is that team gets to retrieve their flag. And it's always fun because, you know, these little 8-year-olds are competitive. They want to be the first one to get to the flag. Actually, that applies to the AAA and the Ozones, too. Yeah, they want to be the best. They want to be number 1. They want to get to the flag first. That's a tradition that will transfer over to the World Series as well in Ruston, Louisiana. Saw a video on Facebook that complex is being built as we speak. Thought I read somewhere it's going to be like a 25 to 30 park complex. It's going to be something fantastic. As long as they have 3 of them done in the next 3 weeks, that's all we need. Actually, we need 6. 2 for the AAA, 2 for the Ozone, and 2 for the majors. Jock Jive will be there. That first Saturday in August, which I believe is August 2nd. Looks like both fields going now as my good buddies Mike Rideout and Chuck Sebastian bringing you action in the T-ball division. Those games starting at noon. We will have a 2 o'clock game here on Rotary Field in Division 2. I believe we're getting the losers bracket game here. So tune in if you will. I'm going to give a shout out to, I believe it was some Franklin County folks and some West Seminole folks on the Division 2 side. Ran into them in an elevator and they said they were going to get back to their room and listen to the broadcast later. So appreciate them wanting to listen. Unfortunately, it's audio only for this tournament. As Liam Cohen in his first at-bat of the day with his white batting helmet. And he takes a pitch. So Navy with some work to do. They need to put up a crooked number here so Columbia doesn't have a chance to walk it off in the bottom of the 4th. All they need is 3. The pitch swung on and missed. as his coach telling him it's up here. Don't swing at that. So 3 more pitches for Cohen. That's a swing and a miss. So 2 more. Wonder if he's related to Joel and Ethan. The announcer caught that. Google them, folks. They're pretty good at what they do. The pitch, he lets it ride, so this will be pitch 5, so Liam Cohen will have to swing. So pitch number 5 to Liam Cohen is a swing and a miss for strike 3. Did he tip it? Nope, umpire said he tipped it. Plate umpire called the tip sign, so 1 more shot here for Liam Cohen. Then back to the top with Jake Lizer. Spring Hill Navy with only 2 hits in the ballgame. Another pitch 5, swung on and missed. That is a strikeout. That's 5 in a row set down
Number 7, Jake
for Navy as the left-handed Jake Lizer popped out to the catcher his first time. The pitch lets it ride. It is a warm day in Central Florida. The pitch swung on, chopper to the shortstop. Bobbles, recovers, throws to first. Not in time. I think the third baseman, Smith, cutting right in front of Wilkie at the last minute, may have thrown the play off.
Number 1, Jackson Moore.
As Jackson Moore to the plate, Lizer aboard. Jackson Moore grounded out to the pitcher his first time up. 1 down here in the 4th. Navy needs to put up a crooked number here in the top of the 4th. The pitch lets it ride. Runner thinks about going. He'll head back. Throw to first, and he's back. I did not realize that you could steal in machine pitch, but you can once it crosses the plate. Pitch number 2 to Jackson Moore. He lets that one ride, and short lead for the runner. He'll go back. So 3 more for Jackson Moore as Noah Conley waits on deck. A 7-run third for... Oh, it's caught by the first baseman. It's a double play. Oh, as the runner, as Lizer puts his hand on his helmet, he's like, oh, why'd I do that? But it was a line shot caught by McMurdo, and it was easy pickings for the double play. So now Columbia coming to the plate with a chance to end it early. It will be Said, Lott, and McMurdo. Batters, looks like 7, 8, and 9. Says Will Wilkie, our MVP from Nina and Paw Paw in Indiana. So Columbia is 3 runs away from a World Series berth. Something that Spring Hills Park is awfully used to. Of course, our host Sebring. West Volusia is another one that sends people to state tournaments. We've had Bushnell or South Sumter in recent years. And it looks like Spring Hill Navy is going to make some changes. We'll listen in. Actually, it looked like one of the Navy coaches just checking to make sure he's satisfied his defensive requirements, which he has. As number 44, George Said. He popped out to second his first time up. As he slams home plate with his bat, he's ready to hit. Spent most of the time at the hotel yesterday watching all the free agent signings in the NBA. I think the number is over $3 billion with a B dollars have been fed, and that does not yet include Kawhi Leonard. As a Celtics fan, I'm ecstatic about Kemba Walker, but hated to lose Al Horford. Of course, I'm a Gator fan too, so that goes way back to the back-to-back national titles in 06 and 07. Joakim Noah, boy, that was a great team. Cool thing was about that team, all of them came back because they wanted to repeat, and they did it. Joakim Noah, Corey Brewer, of course, Al Horford. Of course, Florida, the first team in NCAA history to hold national titles in football and basketball. That's for you, Don Morris. I doubt Don Morris is listening, but just having fun with one of our national directors, Florida State fan, as we hear the jiggling of the medals behind me as Mr. Tony Smith might be on his way down into that heat again to award the medallions to Spring Hill Navy if Columbia puts up a 3-spot. It's George Said leading off this bottom of the 4th. Pitch, low. Of course, for any Magic fans, if there's any Magic fans here from this part of the world, I saw that Nikola Vucevic is re-signing with the Magic. Kind of hoping my Celtics might take a run at him now that they need a big, now that they don't have Horford anymore. Pitch to Said is swung on, foul, straight back. He was on top of that one. Of course, I guess the big news from last night, KD and Kyrie going to the Nets along with DeAndre Jordan. So they were probably the big winners. Of course, KD can't play next year because of that torn Achilles suffered in the NBA Finals. Lets that one ride. It seems like with Kawhi Leonard, it's either going to be going back to Toronto or one of the LA teams, either the Lakers or the Clippers. Of course, the Lakers with Anthony Davis is the big catch there. Gave up a lot to get him, as you'd expect. The pitch to Said. That is ripped into left center. That'll fall for a base hit. Good hard hit ball, and he's aboard with a single. Long single. As Witten Lott to the plate. Says, let's go, Anthony and the Spring Hill Columbia team. Y'all are playing amazing. Keep it up. Let's get this win. Love Mom, Dad, and Dom. Let's go Spring Hill, Columbia. Hey, Marky Ventilaro, get it, boy. Love your auntie. Witten Lott, he popped out to the catcher in his first appearance. He lays down a bunt. It's a good one. First baseman has it, and there's nobody there. The second baseman went to cover second. First baseman coming into charge and left first base open. So a bunt single, Witten Lott. So now Evan McMurdo could be the game-ending run.
Number 21, Evan McMurdo.
Now we're seeing a switch from second base to left field as I believe it was Jackson Moore now going to the outfield, and number 7, Lizer, coming back to first base where he started the game. We're getting texts from West Seminole, but their game hadn't started yet. Whoever that is from the 3-2-1, you're going to have to text back later. Actually, that's understandable because those games were originally scheduled for 9 and 11. They've been rescheduled for 2. Ground ball. Shortstop can't get to it. It'll go in left center field. They will hold the runner at third. The throw coming into third overshoots the third baseman. Is rolling around in foul territory, but nobody going. So the bases are loaded for J.J. Burton. As Spring Hill, Columbia starting to sniff that World Series berth. An extra base hit would punch their ticket. And as we mentioned, if they advance to the championship game, you automatically get a berth, as the winner of this tournament gets to determine whether they want to be in the coach or machine pitch, and the runner-up gets the pitch. Swung on and fouled back. Good cut there by Burton. In Spring Hill, probably one of the big powerhouses here in Dixie and Florida. They have sent many a team into World Series play. Pitch to Burton is a swing. Popped up a mile high on the infield. Third base coming in. Catcher can't get to it. Falls harmlessly to the dirt. So 3 more for Burton. And we will have a Division II game coming up later, scheduled, I believe, for 2 o'clock. And again, if the score holds, we'll stay on and you can hear the post-game festivities. We'll stay on long enough so you can listen to that. Pitch to Burton, swung on and fouled off. This powder blue that Columbia has kind of has that UNC look to it. North Carolina powder blue. Actually reminds me of my going to private school as a youngster. I had to wear those powder blue button-up shirts. Girls had to wear those plaid skirts. The pitch swung on and hit into left center. Left center fielder coming in, makes the basket catch. Great play and a strong throw. Great work there by Jacob Morales. The long run, and he threw a BB to the plate. That's a good-looking play right there. Of course, I don't think anybody was going anyway as his momentum was bringing him toward the plate. 28 is Mark Ventolaro, infield hit and a run scored. That one popped up. Catcher coming over, and tries to make the diving catch, but can't. Good effort there, Noah Conley. Coming up a couple feet short on the dive attempt. Says, way to go, Ian in Spring Hill, Columbia, from Ian's mama from the 217 area code. Pitch number 2 to Ventolaro. He's showing bunt, and he gets it down. Pitcher has it. We have a play at the plate, and he is out at the plate, going 1-2. So the fielder's choice from Ventolaro is said, forced out at the plate. That's Giovanni Perez to Noah Conley. And a discussion with, I guess, the Spring Hill Columbia coach, not sure why. We have the flag down, not sure what this is about. Not sure, but I think we're going to do this play again. Not sure if maybe there was some sort of interference with the catcher and the base runner. I'm not sure, but we will do it over again. So back to just the one out. Actually, we're going to get an explanation, I hope. The ruling was that the pitcher, Perez, playing in the pitcher circle, left the circle early to try to field the ball. He saw the bunt sign, but he took off early, so he's got to stay. There is a circle that cuts the circle in half, and he has to stay behind that line before contact. So we're going to do it all over again. We'll see if they show bunt one more time. I believe he has one strike on him, and he swings and fouls it back. I believe that's 2 pitches and 2 strikes. It's a big call right there because it would have been 2 outs with the bases loaded and a chance that Navy gets out of this inning and forces the 5th. Now Columbia can continue it with a chance to end it here in the 4th. I believe this is pitch 3 to Ventolaro. And he rips one. It is foul by just a few feet. That would have scored at least 1 and possibly 2. Third base coach had to do his Matrix impersonation trying to get out of the way of that one. Some good reflexes down there. So this is pitch 4, I think, from Mark Ventolaro as he pounds the plate with his bat. The pitch is a swing. Did he tip it? He tipped it. He tipped it. He thinks he struck out, but the umpire's saying, hey, you tipped it. Come back. This will be pitch 5. You can hear the third base coach from here. You got to swing. So the base is full of Columbia base runners. Pitch 5 is swung on and missed now for the strikeout. So now it's 2 down. As the Navy players are coming off the field, it's only 2 outs. Boy, this would be a big momentum swing.
Number 99, Ryan Boyd.
or a morale booster at least for the Navy squad if they can get out of this with bases loaded, nobody out, and nobody scores, as Ryan Boyd to the plate. Pitch one is popped up on the infield. The catcher rips off the mask. Oh, and he drops the ball. Oh, my. As Conley tried to make the one-handed grab, and he just squeezed the mitt too early. So new life for Boyd, who singled and scored, drove in a run in the third. It is Whittenlott at third, Evan McMurdo at second, and Mark Ventolaro at first. Pitch swung on, fouled out of play. Actually, it said at third, Lott at second, McMurdo at first. My mistake. Already written it in my book about the out at the plate. Pitch to Boyd, ground ball, past the third baseman into left center. One is going to score. It gets past the left center fielder, and they hold the runner at third. He dives back in. So it'll be an RBI single to make it 8-0. As Sed comes in to score, Lott to third, McMurdo to second. Now a base hit to the outfield could end it here. Bubba Smith does have a single and a run scored. He also grounded out short. The pitch lets it ride. Will Wilkie waiting on deck, but a base hit here could end it. Popped up on the infield, third baseman in foul ground will make the catch. We will go to the fifth. As a run scores, and they leave them loaded. We headed to the top of the fifth. It has been all Columbia to this point, 8-0 here on Jock Jive. Again, if you are interested in purchasing a copy of this broadcast, this audio-only broadcast, it's only $5. You just email Robert at Williamson at info, I-N-F-O, at jockjive.com. So, safe travels to the boss. He's heading back home to Florala. While us worker bees, so to speak, Mike, Chuck, and myself will round it out. That's what happens when you're the boss. You can leave early. So for Spring Hill Navy here in the top of the fifth, it's going to be Conley, Atkins, and Alden Easton. Actually, let's flip that over. Let's try that again. No, I had it right the first time. Conley, Atkins, Easton. Also want to thank the Sebring 7 Hotel. On Thursdays from 3 to 7, it is burgers, beers, and board games. You can bring your own board games or borrow one from our collection. The happy hour, which is usually 3 to 5, is extended through 7 o'clock. An Apex Burger and your choice of pint for $10. And half off of house fries for all board game players. So noticing outside of my balcony on the 4th floor, you can look down there. They have one of those life-size chessboards. I believe there was shuffleboard down there as well. I cannot recall. I know there's a pool. So let's go, Jacob Morales. Love your big bro, Justin. Spring Hill Navy has been held to only 3 hits in this one. Well, the Columbia defense has faced the minimum over the last 2 1/3 innings. 7 in a row retired after a double play in the 4th. Again, because of this blazing heat, we see the catcher out there. I think that's Witten
Starting
Lott.
off, number 99, Noah Conley.
Getting wiped down with that wet, that, can't remember what you call them, but the rags that make you cool when you wet them and you snap them. You definitely have to worry about keeping these kids hydrated and cool as best you can. As the heat is really blazing out there. It is bright and sunny here in Sebring. So one pitch to Noah Conley, grounded out to the second baseman to end the first inning. We're now on the top of the fifth. 8-0 Columbia. Swing and a miss by Conley. So he has 3 pitches left. So if Columbia shuts him down here, all they need is a pair in the bottom of the fifth to end it early. Pitch, swing and a miss. Chase one up over his head. So that's 3 pitches and 2 strikes. We will have a game in Division II here on this field at 2 o'clock Eastern. Pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. The shout-out reads, let's go Ian from your big brother Brighton and the 14U Spring Hill Boys All-Stars.
Number 27, Evan Atkins.
27 is Evan Atkins. He popped out to the third baseman his first time. Wielding the orange bat, and he takes a pitch. So 4 more for Evan, who has the big Evan written across the side of the batting helmet. Pitch, it swung on and tomahawks one out of play to the left side. Ball was up about eye level, so he has 3 more to work with. Pitch number 3, swung on and fouled back. Now he's got 2 strikes. Alden Easton on deck. Silas Brooks will bat if anybody reaches for Navy. With some work to do here, down 8-0. In what is an elimination game for them and a possibly World Series clinching game for Columbia. And this will be, I believe, pitch 5. Yes, the 5 fingers are up by the home plate umpire. So obviously Atkins has to swing away here. Pitch 5 is swung on and ripped into left for a base hit. Just out of the reach of Bubba Smith. Good strong throw from left to second base to hold him to a hard hit single.
Number 39, Aiden Easton.
So this is what happens when you have bad penmanship. I've been calling him Alden all day. It's Aiden. Sorry about that, Aiden. Wearing number 39, he struck out his first time up. It is Alden. I had it right the first time. It's one of the first times where I thought my horrific penmanship messed me up. Runner about a third of the way. They'll throw down to first, and almost, and they got him. They picked him off. They picked him off. As Atkins a little upset with himself as he jogs back to the dugout. I guess that's a 1-3 pickoff as he was picked off before he could get his foot back on the first base bag. So Easton with 2 outs, big swing and a miss. Easton with that compression sleeve on his left arm. Orange and gray, it looks like. Pitch is swung on, ground ball into left field for a base hit. Left center fielder has it. So a 2-out single for Alden Easton. Nope, it's Alden. Yeah, we got one of the shout-outs. Yeah, I thought it was AI, but it's AL. So thank you for that, 207. This one says, go Cooper from Landon Acosta, number 99 from Spring Hill American. Way to represent District 6. Silas Brooks with a single and was left on his first time up. That was in the second. And his first pitch he lets ride. So again, Navy needs to put up some runs here to, at the very least, force a 6th inning. Pitch number 2, swung on, tomahawk down the left side, but it'll fall foul because Columbia only needs 2 right now to end it in the 5th and punch their ticket to the World Series. Again, if you advance to the championship game, you go no matter what. Champion of your division gets to determine if you want coach or machine pitch. The runner-up gets the other. So Columbia can punch their ticket right here and now. The pitch, ground ball. Past the shortstop, great effort. He lays out but can't come up with it. Wilkie, he threw his body in front of that one and almost came up with it. So runners now at first and second for Lucio Candelora.
Number 2, Lucio Candelora.
Candelora had an infield hit and was stranded at second his first time. The pitch lets it ride. Roman Keister waiting on deck, hoping to bat, as Navy needs to put up a crooked number here. Pitch number 2, he swings and fouls one off to the left side. Pitch number 3 to Candelora is headed home, and he hits a ground ball. Pitcher stabs it, knocks it down over to first in time, and the nice stretch over there by McMurdo. So 1-3, Navy leaves 2 on as Spring Hill Columbia 2 runs away from the World Series. They can score a pair and end it here in the bottom of the 5th. Weather says it's 84 outside, but it feels like 99. So we see Easton Hawkins in the on-deck circle, so apparently the injury he had earlier does not affect his swinging of the bat. It'll be Wilkie, Hawkins, and Williams, 2, 3, and 4 for Columbia, again, who need just 2 runs to punch a ticket to the World Series. Again, if you're interested in a copy of this audio-only broadcast, you can do so by emailing info@jockjive.com, and Mr. Robert Williamson will get back in touch with you. It's only $5. Text reads, "Go Columbia, you make us smile," from Evans, a.k.a. Smiley's grandma. So let's go Spring Hill Columbia, cheering you on from Spring Hill from the Savarese family. Again, we will keep the broadcast going so you can at least hear the post-game ceremony if there is one. There will be if Columbia gets 2 here in the 5th. W-I-L-K-I-E, Will Wilkie. Stands in smack dab in the center of the box. And he lets the first one ride. He's got 4 more. And we had a 4-hour rain delay Saturday afternoon and one for a little less than an hour. I'd say probably about 30, 45 minutes yesterday. Popped up into center field, and it will get past the center fielder, and we got a foot race. Wilkie on the move to second. Throw now coming into the shortstop. And we'll throw to third. A slide will be safe as Will Wilkie with a triple to dead center. That's his second hit of the ball game. To actually make it his second, he's got 2 triples now. And a run scored and 3 RBIs as Easton Hawkins to the plate. Hawkins with a pop out and a bunt single and an RBI. Pitch is a swing and a miss. Give a shout out to these umpires out there braving this heat, and there is no shade in the middle of that field, I promise. All you can hope for is for the clouds to go over the sun, which it sounds like it's trying to right now. Bunted down the line. It bounces back fair. Race to the bag, and the third baseman will tag him. It will be 3 unassisted as he tagged the base. It rolled foul and then squirted back fair, but Hawkins gets the RBI. Wilkie scored for the second time. It is now 9-0.
Number 17, Ian Williams.
Ian Williams has a pair of hits. He's been forced out at second both times. Jacob Morales in the on-deck circle. One more run for Columbia is all it's going to take. And the pitch lets it ride. Williams with that bright orange bat. Morales and his bright orange bat on deck. Pitch number 2 to Ian Williams is swung on, ground ball to the right side. Second baseman has it over to first in time. That'll go 4-3 for out number 2. As Jacob Morales with a pair of...
Number 1, Jacob Morales.
And that one's low. Again, 9-0 our score. It has popped up. Left field, third baseman in foul ground will make the catch, so we will go to the top of the 6th as Silas Brooks makes the catch in foul ground. So we will go the distance in this one, but a lot of work to be done. So let's go Ian, number 17 from Spring Hill, Columbia. Mommy is listening from work. Says, go Spring Hill, Columbia. Go Jacob Morales. Love Grandpa Joey and Iris listening in from Dallas, Texas. Just 3 more outs. Columbia, you got this. Love your team, Mom, Becca. So Navy, here in the 6th, will bring up Keister, Haynes, and Perez. We'll be interested to see Columbia's reaction after the game if they realize that they are going to the World Series with this win. I would assume the coaches have told them that. I think I had a hiccup in the system there where the shout-out line and the scoreboard weren't on the screen, so I think we got it now. 9-0 our score with Columbia on top. Keister popped out to the pitcher his first time up. Again, we have a game scheduled for about an hour and a half at 2 Eastern into the Division II. I believe Avon Park is the undefeated team left there. I think we will have the loser bracket game on this field. West Seminole will be in that game, I believe. So again, this score holds. It'll be Spring Hill, Columbia, North Lakeland for all the marbles. At 9 a.m. tomorrow, North Lakeland will have to beat Columbia twice. It says, go Lucio. I think we're going to get a test pitch. And I think we're going to be good to go. NBA-related news, Seth Curry headed back to the Mavs. I guess the big story left is where Kawhi is going to go. That's really the big catch right now. Lets that one ride. Could make the Lakers awfully scary if they have LeBron, AD, and Kawhi on the same team. Pitch number 2 to Keister is swung on and missed. He chased one up in the zone around shoulder level. So he's got 3 more to work with. Again, Spring Hill, Columbia, 3 outs away from the World Series. Lets that one ride. So 2 more. Another text from my buddy forwarding to me, Mike Rideout, go Cooper, and Landon Acosta from Spring Hill American, way to represent District 6. Again, folks, please check the shout-out line on the screen. Pitch swung on and missed. And that is 4, so I think the home plate umpire is going to check the machine again. So let's go Columbia. It says hashtag crash. From Mark, Sabrina, and the family. And over here in some of the discussion up here in the press box is that the pitcher, whoever's throwing the pitches, should not be touching the machine as the ball goes through. And you can't help but wondering every time they do that, does that skew it a little bit? Go Easton and Hawkins, Spring Hill, Columbia from cousin Josie and the Georgia boys. Shout out to Spring Hill player Mark Ventolaro, number 28, Sweet Tea. Grammy is cheering for you from Spring Hill. I think during all that we're getting the catcher hydrated. This is Lott, who's playing for Easton Hawkins, who I think took a foul tip off of his forearm earlier. Tried to go back in, but all it took was one pitch. He caught the ball, and he was wincing in pain. And it is mind-boggling. I think the number is over $3 billion that has changed hands in the NBA in the last 12-plus hours. It's going to take a lot of getting used to when you watch the NBA next year, seeing all these guys on different teams, because there are a bunch. It seems like at least 90% of these free agent signings are with new teams. Teams are not re-upping with their old teams. I guess with the exception of Damian Lillard for Portland. Pitch swung on, hit a mile high down the left side, but that's going to get out of play. This will be pitch 5 for Roman Keister. We are in the top of the 6th. It's been all Columbia. The undefeated Spring Hill squad up 9-0 and 3 outs away from a ticket to Ruston, Louisiana. So Keister is in there. Pitch number 5 headed his way. And swung on, back up the box. It hits the machine. So that'll be a base hit for Keister. He looks like he's limping down there a little bit. But it hits the machine, dead ball, so it's a base hit. So Luke Haynes to the plate. Haynes struck out his first time. Bottom 5 guys in the lineup all went 0 for 5 combined. So Keister with the first hit out of that part of the lineup. As Haynes to the plate, showing bunt. He gets it down. It was foul. It bounces fair, and he's going to beat it out. As the runner around second, he'll head back, throw down to second, and he's safe. Again, you are allowed unlimited runs in the 6th inning, so it's a long way from over, but a long way to go for Navy as Giovanni Perez to the plate. So let's go Columbia, Spring Hill, Columbia, from Ian's mom at work in Newport Richey. And 2 runners on for Navy, down to their final 3 outs as Perez will let it ride. Perez struck out in the 3rd inning. The pitch, swung on and fouled, straight back. And the pitch swung on and foul, tipped, held on to. And it swung on, foul, tipped. Did he hold on? That is a strikeout. So 1 down here in the 6th for Alex McDonald. Says, great broadcast. Go Spring Hill American. A fine tournament overall. Go Wilkie. We're so proud of you from Grandma and Grandpa in South Bend, Indiana. Go Irish and go Gators. Well, I'm with you on the second part. Well, I guess since I'm Catholic, I guess I'll sort of go with that first part too. Swung on, and it is caught by the pitcher for out number 2. That is Williams with the catch as Columbia is 1 out away. It says, come on, Spring Hill, Columbia, Louisiana, here we come from Tom and Mary. I guess since that's going to be in Ruston, that might be on the way. Monroe might be on the way, so we might be able to stop and see Willie and Cy and the gang. Maybe. The pitch lets it ride. Remember, I stopped there. I think it was 2014. The first AA World Series was in Texarkana, Arkansas, and I think Monroe was on the way. Got me a couple of mugs. The pitch swung on and missed. I believe that is strike 2. With 3 pitches to go for Liam Cohen, who struck out his first time up. Pitch to Cohen is swung on and fouled out of play to the left side. Now it's 2 strikes. Columbia is now 1 strike away. So shout out to Roman Keister. Spring Hill's moms are listening. This 2-strike pitch to Cohen is swung on and missed. It's all over. And the Columbia boys know it. They are headed to Ruston, Louisiana for the World Series. Your final score, Spring Hill Columbia 9, Spring Hill Navy nothing. So congrats to the young men from Spring Hill Columbia. They will be representing Team Florida in one of those divisions, either the coach pitch or machine pitch, yet to be determined. So it'll be Spring Hill Columbia and North Lakeland in the championship at 9 a.m. tomorrow here on Rotary Field. Again, we'll go ahead and keep the broadcast going so you can hear all of the post-game festivities. So we're going to go ahead and turn up the crowd mic a little bit so you can hear the festivities going on downstairs. As Tony Smith, State Director, is heading down. Sam Rudd's already at ground level, one of the national directors who was umping earlier today. think we're getting the MVP and the Sportsmanship Award winner. The umpires are radioing that up to us, and we'll be announcing that. I think it's time for our award ceremony. We'll give away the sportsmanship and the MVP of the game, and then the medallions to Spring Hill Navy.
This game's sportsmanship award goes to number 99, Noah Conley.
So Noah Conley, the sportsmanship award winner from Spring Hill Navy.
This game's MVP award goes to number 17, Ian Williams.
So Ian Williams from Spring Hill, Columbia, your MVP for this game.
Ladies and gentlemen, the teams in this state tournament are winners already, as they represent the best from their district. However, with this loss, we will have to say goodbye to Spring Hill Navy. We have enjoyed having them in this tournament and celebrate their commendable baseball season. Let's all give Spring Hill Navy a round of applause and wish them a safe trip home and a great success in the future tournament and baseball. Number 7, Jake Weiser. Number 1, Jackson Moore. Number 99, Noah Conley. Number 27, Evan Agtons. Number 39, Alden Easton. Number 97, Silas Brooks. Number 2, Lucio Candelora. Number 3, Roman Keister. Number 15, Luke Haynes. Number 37, Giovanni Perez. Number 17, Alex McDonald. Number 11, Liam Cohen. Manager, Tom Conley. Coach, Kenny Easton. Coach, Bill Weiser. Coach, Casey Brooks.
As Sam Rudd and Tony Smith award the coaches their medallions. That'll be a wrap for this one. Again, congrats, Spring Hill, Columbia. You are going to Ruston, Louisiana in a few weeks. Be representing Team Florida in one of the age groups as the Spring Hill, Columbia coaches are giving attaboys to the Navy coaches. Again, these teams know each other well, so there's some good-natured fun going on down there between the two teams and a lot of hugs all around. As Spring Hill Navy will be definitely rooting their Columbia counterparts on in Ruston, Louisiana. Question is, which age group will they represent? Because it'll be Spring Hill, Columbia, North Lakeland for the state championship tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern. North Lakeland must win twice to win the state title. As we say that, we see Spring Hill Navy making the sprint out to get their flag from center field. So that'll do it from here. We'll be back here in about an hour and a half or so with Division II action. But again, in Division I, Spring Hill, Columbia, North Lakeland for all the marbles at 9 a.m. North Lakeland must win twice. So that'll do it from here. Thanks again for listening in, everyone. This is Jason Thompson signing off, wishing you wherever you tuned in today a pleasant afternoon.